Welcome to The District, a show about the people, places, and events in Tulsa's Brady Arts District. I'm your host, Annina Collier, and today we're going to visit the Philbrook Downtown and the Guthrie Center. In 1938, the Phillips family surprised Tulsa with the gift of the mansion and grounds that would become the Philbrook Museum of Art, serving over 160,000 visitors annually. In 2013, the Philbrook opened a satellite location downtown here in the Brady Arts District, offering a unique visitor experience. Let's go inside. Hi, we're here in the Jack and Ann Graves Gallery with Jeff Martin from the Philbrook. Hi, welcome.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about this gallery and kind of the overview of Philbrook Downtown.
So right now we're on the upper level, and up here we have our native art, mostly 20th century native art. And so we have a wide range of objects here, but on this level also we have a really special opportunity for people who are interested in research and doing some scholarly work, the Adkins Study Center. So it includes a library to work from, a great space for not just individual research, but for meetings and groups to use. And so we really want to activate that space and make it available for anyone to come in and use. It's available by appointment. So you can come in, see the art, but you can also kind of go deeper in the study center. And that's all on this upper level. Downstairs, we have our modern and contemporary collection, or an extension of that. At the main museum, which has been now open for over 75 years, we have an area basically for many different spaces because we are a general art museum. We have an African gallery, we have a American gallery, we have European, and there is an area for contemporary art. But we knew we needed more space as we grew that collection. So when we had the opportunity from the George Kaiser Family Foundation to come to the Brady Arts District, we knew that that was one area that we wanted to grow. So this whole building, Philbrook Downtown, basically is a way to expand the experience of the main location.
And it's great that if you buy a ticket for the main location, it includes Philbrook Downtown, so you can get both experiences.
Yeah, we've been here almost 3 years now, and people are still getting to know it, and the more they come down here. But a lot of people head to the main location first. It's the historic location, and a lot of them are very surprised to know we have this satellite location. So when we're able to say, hey, you can use your ticket today, go downtown, see the space, explore the city more. It's very much a kind of a two-way street. It's a great opportunity for everyone who comes.
Definitely, and it's like you said, it's a great opportunity for them to come and explore the Brady District a little bit. How do you feel like the Philbrook Downtown integrates into the Brady District, and what do you offer and bring to the Brady District?
Well, one of the fabulous things is being down here with a great mix of other museums like the Guthrie Center, but also commercial galleries. You get a real diverse a view of the art world. You see a lot of up-and-coming artists who are maybe showing their work for the first time. Then you have a very established place like an actual museum like this, where you're seeing the finest examples of work from over a long period of time. But then also, new works that we go to the Art Basel Festival in Miami every year, and we maybe acquire new works. So we want to, have this nice balance where maybe one day you'll see Matisse, and then the next one you'll see someone whose work you may not know, someone who we're just introducing to you into the community. And creating that balance is really important for us to be down here and to be part of the broader conversation that's going on.
That's great. And then another wonderful way to experience the Brady Art District, of course, is on the First Friday Art Crawl.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about what that event and what it's like at the Philbrook during that time?
So, a lot of people are familiar with the First Friday Art Crawl, but if they're not, it's basically people open their doors throughout the whole district for free admission. People come down from 6 to 9 p.m. on the first Friday of the month, and they have dinner, they tour the galleries. There's usually maybe street performers or something happening on the Guthrie Green, a concert if the weather permits. And it's just a real festival atmosphere, and it's become a bigger and bigger event as the years have gone by, and we love getting thousands of people through our doors who may or may not have even been here for the first time, or they haven't been here since last month and they want to see what's new or talk to their friends, and it's very much a social experience. Of course, it's about seeing the art, but it's also about being with people who are like-minded and people you want to hang out with. And so the energy of it is really the most exciting part.
It really is, and it's just a fun, almost festival-like atmosphere. Lots of families down here, so it's a great time to come and see what's going on at the Philbrook Downtown. You also do programming out of this facility. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
One of the cooler things we do that happens basically May through September every year is called Art Recess, and we During the Food Truck Wednesdays, which happen out here on the Guthrie Green, right across the street, during the noon hour, once a month, we will invite guests to come in for free and eat their lunch inside in the galleries, and we do a Skype interview with different creative person. You know, maybe it's Moby we did one time, we used to talk about music, or we talked to a film director, or we talked to a graphic designer, all different areas, different disciplines, and we chat with them for about 15 or 20 minutes, let the audience ask questions, they eat their lunch while they're doing it. It's just a really fun thing. There's maybe some hands-on activities, a way to capture the energy of the district and what's happening at the time and bring it into the space and show this a little bit differently.
I love it. A recess for adults. Who couldn't use that too?
Art recess.
And probably one of the only times you're allowed to bring food into an art gallery too.
Yeah, it definitely is this kind of a special opportunity for
under
people to
close
come in
supervision.
and have
I'm sure.
a picnic in the space.
That's right. And so this facility was completely renovated to house Philbrook downtown. Can you tell us what it was before it was Philbrook?
Well, originally this whole structure was called the Tulsa Paper Company. It was a warehouse, a distribution center, and there are still some ghost signs on the building that reflect what it was originally. And then it had some other, transformations through the year. It became an automotive parts warehouse, and then eventually it became what it is now. We host, not just Philbrook downtown, but the other organizations that are in the building as well. But yeah, it's cool to be in a space that has so much history behind it, has so much, if these walls could talk. But the interior of the space was totally redone by an architecture firm that is known for doing museums. They did the Gagosian Gallery in New York, they did the Picasso Museum in Spain, the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum in New Mexico, and so they really have done some great examples of museums throughout the world. And so the inside kind of has that new, fresh look, and the exterior maintains that historic structure. So it's a nice, two-way street.
Oh yeah, and so we're in good company then with Philbrook. And it's beautiful natural light and beautiful wood floors and different scents downstairs.
Yeah, each space has its own identity. This space very much feels perfect for what we're presenting here, and downstairs with the modern contemporary art definitely feels conducive to that work. So two different experiences, one place, you get it all for one.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. I really enjoyed visiting with you. And let's go downstairs and talk with Sienna Brown. We're in the Meinig Gallery with Sienna Brown with the Philbrook. Hi, welcome.
Hey, thanks.
So tell us a little bit about this gallery. What would visitors see when they're here?
Well, we recently reinstalled this space, and it is where we house our permanent collection of modern and contemporary art. So what we have here are things that are in the collection, and because of this space, we can show really big things and new media.
That's great. So something that you might not see, it wouldn't be as natural fit for the villa you would see downtown.
Absolutely. We have constrictions on space up there, and also just some media don't look as good in that historic home. So this gives us a chance to see more modern things in a different setting.
Great. Tell us a little bit about this piece behind us.
Well, this is by Thomas Roof. It's actually a photograph. He's a German photographer, and what he does is he takes images from the internet. This is actually manga, which is Japanese comics, and he abstracts them on the computer and then produces these really ultra-large format photographs. So you can't really tell where it comes from, but the colors are very reminiscent.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And what else might we see when we come to this gallery?
Well, here we have things that range from the 50s up to modern day, up to 2015. And we have some new pieces, some new acquisitions, as well as some things that have been in the collection for a while. And I'm hoping to create some new conversation with works that may have been up before, you may have seen them before, but not in this current configuration. And hopefully that will spark some new thoughts.
Oh, that's neat. So what is your goal for a visitor who comes in here? What are you hoping that they experience and take away from their visit?
Well, I hope that they really enjoy their visit, that they feel invigorated, that they feel inspired by this art. Most of it's abstract, and it can be a very different experience than, say, going to the main campus where we have our older pieces. These are all fairly new and have different artistic goals.
That's great. And with the inclusive admission, when you buy your ticket to your main location, it comes with admission to this location. So it's a great way to come down and experience a different side of Philbrook.
Absolutely, but also a great time to come is First Friday.
Right. Talk a little bit about First Friday.
Well, First Friday we open our doors, as do lots of other arts organizations in the Brady Art District. So it's a great opportunity to see lots of art, lots of contemporary art, and to really see them in conversation with them. So, you can go here and then you can go to a different one and think how maybe they're working together.
And First Friday is just such a fun time too, and with free admission, and it's you see a lot of families down here. So it's really neat that now Philbrook is involved in the First Friday Art Crawl as well.
Absolutely. I think it's a great opportunity to get out in Tulsa and to see some wonderful art, but it is also a great family time.
Yeah. Sienna, tell us about what maybe would be your favorite work in this gallery.
I think one of my favorite works is the one behind us, because it's so beautiful and so mysterious. And it also works really well with a historical painting from the 50s and by Morris Lewis, which it's opposite from, and they both are abstract, but they're done in very different ways. And I'm hoping that people will look at them and think about the nature of abstraction and how artists make images.
Yeah, and that's one of those conversations that you were talking
Absolutely.
about. I love it. Well, Sienna, thank you so much for introducing us to the Meinig Gallery. I am here with Christina Burke from the Philbrook, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the Native American art collections here at the Philbrook downtown, starting with this piece behind us, Chasing Infinity.
Well, this is our most recent acquisition by Thomas Marcus, who's also known as Breeze. He's a muralist, a street artist, and we had him here as an artist in residence this fall to create this piece for this space.
What a neat opportunity to have an artist come in to create a piece just for this space. Will you tell us a little bit about it and maybe talk about his artistic process?
Well, it was really exciting for us to have him as an artist in residence. It gave him a chance to research our collection of traditional Native arts, and in particular, baskets from southern Arizona representing that aspect of his identity, and beadwork and cut ribbon work from the Southern Plains, which represents the other tribal heritage that he has, the Ponca here in Oklahoma. So he researched pieces in our collection, and that was his inspiration to create this large-scale painting that we see behind us.
And what media did he use to create this?
It's acrylic and oil on wood panel.
It's beautiful. And so can you tell us a little bit about how it ties in with the rest of the collection that's here?
Well, this painting is part of an ongoing commitment to Native American art in general and Native painting specifically that really exemplifies Philbrook's history. And again, it plays off of some traditional art in our collections, baskets, beadwork, ribbon work, but is very much a contemporary piece. And so in addition to being inspired by traditional baskets and beadwork, it also is in conversation with the modern contemporary work that's just around the corner in the gallery, in the Meinig Gallery around the corner here.
Yeah, great. And can you talk a little bit about the collection that we see upstairs?
Well, the installation upstairs is called Identity and Inspiration. And again, Chasing Infinity really exemplifies that, playing off of Breeze's identity and his inspiration from our collection. And upstairs we see more pieces like this, both modern contemporary works by Native artists, as well as traditional works of basketry, pottery, jewelry, beaded moccasins, the kinds of things that people immediately think of when they think of Native art, but some unexpected pieces as well.
Yeah, and that's one really neat experience for the visitor, is that they get to see Native art from all different locations and all different moments in history and get kind of a nice comprehensive survey of what's out there.
Yes, Philbrook has an extensive collection of Native art. It's actually 2/3 of our entire holdings. We have work from all across North America. We have exceptional holdings of basketry, Pueblo pottery, incredible jewelry, as well as beadwork, clothing, and then pieces like this, more modern contemporary works of art.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Christina. We really enjoyed hearing about this piece as well as the other Native American collections that are here.
Coming up, Woody Guthrie was one of America's greatest folk singers. Although Guthrie's true home was from California to the New York Islands, the Woody Guthrie Center is right here in the Brady Arts District. Stay tuned.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Woody Guthrie's songs celebrate the beauty of America and seek the truth about our country and its people. The Woody Guthrie Center houses his extensive archives and preserve his legacy and life story. Let's go inside and talk to Executive Director Dina McLeod. Dina, welcome.
Thank you, and welcome to the Woody Guthrie Center.
Thank you. We're
Yes.
so happy to be here.
Wonderful. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, for someone who has never experienced the Woody Guthrie Center, tell us a little bit about what it is and what someone might experience when they come here.
You know, one of the things we like to pride ourselves in is, while it is a museum and it is an experience, it's a very interactive experience. And so we want it to be a place of investigation for inspiration.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's called a center. We want to be the center of inspiration so that when people leave here, whatever it is that they do creatively, whether it's write a song or sing a song or paint something, or build a table, or whatever, that they go out and do that and are inspired to be proud of their creativity.
I love that. It's not a museum, it's a center.
Right, and, you know, it's and very much educationally based. My background is in education, so that made perfect sense to kind of fill an educator in here into the executive director's position. When people come and experience the museum center, I also go into the museum aspect of this. But when someone comes into the center, experiencing the interactives as well as the static exhibits, and how one person used his voice to create change. You know, as we show this to a new generation and kind of encourage them to find their voices, it's very important for them to understand how powerful one voice is, and how you can make positive changes in your world just by having that positive message and saying what you mean, using it in a way that shows people how the world can be better.
Isn't that a great message for our time, or any time, really?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and I like how you really focus on whatever your thing is, whether it's music or drawing or writing. And I think something that might surprise people when they come to visit the Woody Guthrie Center is how creative Woody was in so many ways. Like, everybody grew up, especially in this part of the country, singing "This Land Is Your Land," of course. But then you come here and you realize he drew all the time, and there's just an enormous amount of material that he created. He was so productive.
Yes, absolutely. And whenever he was in Pampa, Texas, in the phone book, which listed the occupation of all of the people in Pampa, he's listed as a painter. He was a sign painter. It wasn't that he was a musician. He was a painter first. But yeah, and the lyrics, as far as the songs that he wrote, we have over 3,000 lyrics in the vault, and many of those are unpublished. He wrote lyrics, he didn't write musical notations, so they're poems. And about 10% of them have been published and have music put to them. So
well, and if we may, let's talk for a minute, because there have been some musicians who have the incredible gift of being able to co-write a song posthumously with Woody Guthrie. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Nora Guthrie, Woody's daughter, who had the archives in New York before they were moved back home to Oklahoma, does invite various artists to come and work with Woody's work and put music to those lyrics. The most recent one is Del McCoury Band, so a little bluegrassy vibe to Woody's music. You know, Jackson Browne put a love letter that Woody wrote to his wife Marjorie to music, and had a little difficult time because he couldn't cut any of this long love letter, but it made it a really long song, but it's gorgeous.
I bet.
Yeah, and then of course New Multitudes, Billy Bragg and Wilco putting Mermaid Avenue to CD. That was really the first one. And then of all things, Dropkick Murphys. I mean, totally different.
Great?
So different genres of musicians, and understanding that it doesn't matter what the music sounds like when you take those words. It's meaningful in today's society as well.
Well, and what a great way for Woody's legacy to keep carrying on for each generation, to have it set to the music of that generation, too.
Right. Well, and we keep saying, and it is very true, that the things that Woody was fighting for in his time are still relevant today. There's
Very
still
much
that
so.
issue of the haves and the have-nots, that great divide between those people who have so much and those who struggle. That social justice and equality that we all want to realize but sometimes struggle with. That's the same struggle that he had. It's a different era, maybe different specific fights, but it's still the same.
Still a struggle, that's right. So can you talk to us a little bit about some of the programming that you do that's outreach to the community?
Sure. We do have a concert series at Guthrie Green that's free to the community. We have a concert series in the theater, but in addition to that, we have various education offerings. We have an after-school and a summer music program for kids. It's amazing because we're not teaching the kids how to play music. We're teaching them how to be musicians, how to function in a band, those simple things that we think, oh, well, that would be no big deal. Pick a band name. That could take like 2.5, 3 hours for a group of 4 kids to come to a conclusion about. They co-write a song together and record it. We give them the chance to perform it live. So that's very much within our mission of being an educational resource for those young people. And then in the summer we do a youth program as well as a little folks. So we give those little ones the opportunity to get their hands on the musical instruments and understand what it is to be a musician.
That's so neat.
And for the more mature folks who are around, we also do sessions on music history. Most recently, we've been doing the history of rock in Tulsa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so and having guest speakers come in, so that's something we want to continue doing as well. Workshops. Basically, when someone comes to us with a good idea and it's advantageous to the community, we're all in. Yeah,
that's great. And that takes it back to it's a center. It's not just a museum.
You bet.
That's great. And then you also have traveling exhibitions. And some of them have been, I mean, they've all been really big and exciting, but one that sticks in my mind is the Beatles exhibition. And it's just a neat way for people to see really first-class exhibitions without traveling far from home. So do you want to tell us a little bit about those?
Right. The Beatles exhibit itself, that was lots of fun. I mean, seeing all of these fans come out that maybe wouldn't have come into the center, maybe they weren't really drawn to Woody or didn't know who Woody was. I mean, in Oklahoma, he definitely has been understated for many, many years. But they were Beatles fans. And I like to say the position of our special exhibit gallery is like putting the milk section at the back of the grocery store.
I see,
you've got to walk past all the other stuff, and you're going to look at everything else. So it draws them into Woody's message as well as those special messages. So we had the Beatles exhibition, Bob Marley, kind of getting a little bit different, Stevie Ray Vaughan. So the idea with that is to bring in, and it could be any artist, it wouldn't even need to be a musician, it could be a visual artist or a filmmaker, and connect that changing the world, changing society, whether it's through the way we dress, like the Beatles, or the way we react to a concert, again, like the Beatles.
Right.
There hadn't ever been anything like that before. Or that social justice message that you see in Bob Marley's lyrics. So it's just a way of us being able to engage the public in a little different way, and keeping things interesting and very topical to today's generation.
And another way that people can learn is through accessing the Woody Guthrie archives. And I know that this is something very special that was moved from New York to Oklahoma. Can you talk about those?
We have the largest repository of Woody Guthrie artifacts, over 10,000 items. And so researchers come here and access our resources for projects that are going to be published. And we've been just thrilled with the response from the academics. Our collection has continued to grow from Woody's archives to Phil Oak's collection, and then we had an eminent researcher, Ronald Cohen, who donated his artifacts to us. So our collection continues to grow as we add to that and make this, we want to make Tulsa a place that is worldwide has a worldwide reputation as a research city.
That's great. So we kind of touched a little bit about the visitor experience, but I want to know, what is your favorite exhibition? And if you can also kind of loop in a little bit about how technology is integrated in the center. I think it's a really innovative use of technology too.
Sure, and I struggle with this question when I'm asked, because it's very much like asking me to choose which of my children is my favorite.
I bet.
Every day it might be a different one, depending on how everybody's behaving.
Right.
You know, probably the Dust Bowl exhibit has a special place in my heart. It is. We have the only permanent exhibit in Oklahoma dedicated to the Dust Bowl, and that's really an important part of our history for our young people to learn. And that's really when Woody first started realizing what his job needed to be. And his job was to be the spokesperson for those disenfranchised Oklahomans and Missourians and people from Kansas and Texas who were in California trying to make a living and were struggling so desperately. So that probably, of course, this land area, I mean, of course, that's the centerpiece of the center. That is our ultimate treasure, and seeing how people react to those handwritten lyrics. That's just a beautiful thing. The interactives, of course, we have a map wall that shows Woody's illustrations and allows the user to access an enormous amount of content. And I will be honest with you, because we're friends, and nobody else is going to hear this, right? The only way that I've read all of the content on that wall is that I've got a printout. And so I sat down and read it all. That's great. And it's amazing, you know, because it's something new every time.
Yeah, and that's what's great. If you've been here before, you come back, you're going to see something new, and not just in the traveling exhibition, but in this wall and other areas that you're talking about.
Ultimately, our goal here is to encourage others to understand how they can follow in those footsteps and also create positive social change. And even if it's just in their own lives, I shouldn't say just in their own lives, but change in their own lives. If you are not happy where your world is right now, you know, maybe there needs to be a little shift in your paradigm and a little pride that you take in who you are. We always like to make sure that our young people, when they're coming into tour, notice the quote on the entry wall. And some people walk right past it, and it's one of my favorite Woody Guthrie quotes. And it starts out that I hate a song that makes you feel like you're no good, and goes on to say, I'm out to sing songs to make you take pride in yourself and in your work. That's why we're here.
Such a positive, empowering message.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so when people come to visit, can you tell us a little bit about the hours and how much it costs and where to find out more information?
Sure. Our website is woodyguthrieCenter.org, and our hours are Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 6. We're also open on First Friday. Now, I will tell you that on First Fridays, those special exhibitions are not open.
Right.
We don't charge extra for those, but they're a little pricey to bring in, so we can't have them open for free events.
Right, right.
But yeah, we love First Fridays. What energy there is down here.
There is, and the great thing about First Friday is you'll get people in the doors that wouldn't normally come here, and then hopefully they'll come back when it's not as crowded and they can spend more time at the songwriting station or experience the traveling exhibition. So it's that's a great time to come too.
Oh yeah, First Friday is a nice little overview, a little taste of what you can come and see in the Brady Arts District, and we love all of that nice positive energy focused on the arts. It's a cool place to be.
It's an exciting time to be in Tulsa.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I have a feeling Woody Guthrie would be very proud of all the hard work that you and your staff are doing, Dina, here at the Woody Guthrie Center. So thank you so much on behalf of the community for what you're providing here.
Oh, we love doing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show for today. To find out more about what's going on, visit thebradyartsdistrict.com. And don't forget to join us next time on The District.